to voicemail. Fuck, got him. Voicemails on a Wednesday. Voicemails. Juan Soto's okay. I am Jones McFly, and I'm wearing the best Yankees batting practice jersey of all time. That is BBD. And we have Alex Grapp in the Grappler's Corner, grappling at your voicemails. Guys, how are you guys doing today? Voicemail apps, where this is the episode that's run by you, for you, how you, by you, what you. 908-845-5792. We're here to hear from you. You guys good?
I'm doing well.
You're doing well. That's great.
Yanks won a couple in a row. Didn't even need Judge for one of them.
This weekend didn't even count.
Have you thought about that Soto without Judge is 1-0, but Judge without Soto is 1-2?
Right. Judge without Soto is 2022.
Oh. Nice, man.
You like that, right?
Show by you for you. It's brought to you by the shop. Shop.jomboymedia.com. Go buy something. Let's hear a voicemail.
Buy some merch. Buy a merch.
Buy a merch.
Comment Chem in the chat. All right.
Great. First voicemail. I was just looking for any excuse to talk about Aaron Judge. So here we go.
What's up, boys? Just looking back, Aaron Judge going to tear in the month of May. June's here. Do you think Aaron Judge will have a better June than May?
Whoa. Well, I mean, to say anything other than yes means you hate Aaron Judge.
I certainly think he can. I think, but so far he already has.
Oh yeah.
In May, he had, he had a 1.397 OPS in May. So far in June,
I just found out my likes are now private on Twitter.
Yeah. So far in June, he has a 1.850 OPS. So far his June is better than his May.
Yes. And he is Aaron Judge.
Yeah.
So what are we talking about?
So far he is due to severely outperform his May.
Yeah. Well,
and Twitter likes are private now, which are both huge causes for celebration.
Hey, I'll tell you right now, man, I'm about to go crazy.
Before your likes were very tame.
I was liking things with my eyes before. I just now. I still don't trust the system, so I probably won't go crazy.
I don't trust it to not revert.
I'm reverting.
I'll revert it. Keep mine public.
Yes. All right. I actually seen something here from Dan Rourke. He actually put up something about Judge, because of course he does. And he was basically comparing 2022's pace to 2023, and the only thing that was higher in 2022 was his homers at this time, which I think he had 2 more homers than what he does right now. And I think it was, the other one was runs scored. He had more runs scored in 2022 than he does now.
He's batting second.
And that's it. Every other number for Judge in this year is, I'm trying to look for the best word, supreme. Oh, I didn't like that.
Superior?
I forgot it doesn't hit the same anymore. Every other number is much better, much more gooder than what it was in 2022.
Whoa.
So is he on track for a much better year than 2022? Beeps, the question I'll ask you that's not in the voicemail is, do you want Judge chasing after the home run record again?
Yeah, that was fun.
You like that?
I'd like him to break a record again.
You know what? I don't. And it's not for Judge. It's just I seen how exhausted he was in 2022 chasing.
There's no pressure to do it this time though.
Well, he's got to battle his ghost.
Yeah. I think I think this time around it would be a lot more chill.
Listen, he might mess around and like try to get to Barry Bonds, and then that's pressure.
Then that would be pressure because that's like the record. Am I going to sit here and tell you I'd be mad if he hit 63 homers? I wouldn't.
Would I be mad if he hits 74? Is 73 the record or 72?
I think 73 is the record.
Would I be mad if he hit 74? No. I just feel like I don't want Judge getting to the point where he's mentally exhausted getting into the playoffs. I'm trying to win in October.
I don't think he'll have to do that.
I don't think so either.
I was talking to
hit 60 and chill.
I was talking to somebody who works on this very show yesterday, and I'm curious if he
on the voicemail show.
Yeah, I was curious if he knew if the number changed, but it was something along the. And correct me if I'm wrong. I'll give my version of the stat.
Okay.
I believe it was like 72% of barrels go for homers typically, and if 72% or whatever the exact percentage is of Judge's barrels this year went for homers, he would have 39 homers already, and it was June 11th when I heard that. Let's call it 40 now because he did homer last night.
Right.
I don't know if those percentages are exactly right or if the number changed with one more game in there.
Judge feels like he's been barreling a lot.
Like Judge has been doing this, and like technically, you could make the argument he's hitting into bad luck.
That's a crazy.
He's being robbed of homers.
That's a crazy statement. It feels like
he hit his 25th last night for real. In
that
theory, that should have been his 40th.
And Stanton was like, "Whoa, I could do that too."
Yeah, that was cool. I liked Stanton homering.
Yes,
I really liked Stanton homering.
Same,
in my opinion.
In my fact.
Yeah, I will.
That's
say,
a new thing that we got to say.
I will say I know that 72 number that was from 2019, which was that juice ball year, but
72%
of barrels.
So
that's a 2019 stat.
Yes.
Let's juice those balls, baby.
They juiced the ball with Judge.
Okay.
Conspiracy.
I mean, that juice ball year, Judge only hit 27 homers. Like it.
Right.
Like people, he ain't a product of the juice ball.
He didn't want to hit him. Good stuff. Good stuff.
That's good stuff.
Judge is good. What's the next vote mail?
Yankees scored 10 runs yesterday.
And they want to do it again today.
Topic of our next call could definitely benefit from a juice ball.
Ooh. Glaber?
Hi, guys. This is Ellie. So
Hi, Ellie.
we know that Rizzo has been struggling recently.
Yes.
Do you guys believe the Yankees will pick up on his option at the end of the season? And if not, would DJ be our long-term solution at first base? Thank you guys for listening.
Hey, thank you so much for the question because that question was proposed by you. And that is a very good question.
It's a good question.
So the question was, which you just asked about Rizzo, do we think that
the Yanks pick up the team option?
Right. And he's been struggling, right? Now, he had these couple of days off, and he came back. He made a nice play yesterday, snazzy.
That's true.
If
I were guessing, if that decision had to be made today, it's a fairly easy don't pick up.
Yes.
He could have a solid second half of the year, and it becomes interesting because it's labeled as a $17 million player option.
Right.
But there's a $6 million buyout if the Yankees declined it. So it's an $11 million decision. So would they try to replace him either at first or third base and DJ goes over for less than $11 million? If he has a nice second half, there's just like, he's Judge's friend, guaranteed lefty in the lineup. The defense, I think the Yankees will still believe it's good, and maybe on the whole it is. I'd have to do a more thorough thought there, but it's a very interesting proposition. As of right now, it's a fairly easy no, but it's not a crazy amount of money to commit given the $6 million buyout. If their goal would be to replace him from outside, if they think they have the candidates in-house.
Here's why I think that they won't. I feel like that the Yankees can find a good option for second base or third.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like at this point they might want to move DJ to first.
Yeah.
Now, would he be a good everyday first baseman? I think he'd be good enough.
Defensively, yes. Like, is it ideal to have him be the first baseman? It's not ideal, but for any given year, that can be the plan if the rest of the team's going how you want.
Right. Would he at this point, we're talking right now, does he have better defense at first than Rizzo? I'm not saying that Rizzo won't get back to being Rizzo. I'm just saying, and it's a short sample size with LeMahieu.
Yeah. I'm not comfortable saying he's for sure better.
Okay.
But they're with the way Rizzo rather's kind of struggled at first base.
That's an off-season question. I want you to call back in the off-season and ask the same question.
Like, so far, he's played very few games at first base, but he's grading out neutrally in a very small sample, DJ.
Actually,
Rizzo,
you know what? Ask that question. All right.
Call again
again at the All-Star break.
If you can call once a month with that question, because I think 3 weeks ago I thought it would be I thought even with Rizzo being bad 3 weeks ago, I thought it was going to be an easy yes.
I would like a once a month reoccurring question.
I like that.
That would be awesome
as a recurring question there. Do you Rizzo? Actually, also grading out neutral on the whole at first this year, but I think that's on like balls hit to him is what they like grade you off of.
Right.
I know, like, we've noticed a few balls he like didn't pick or whatever, and a couple balls he's booted that he wouldn't before. But like, I do think on the whole, and DJ does a good job at this too. But on the whole, like, I think Rizzo is helping them. He is helping the other guys for the most part. I think he does pick a lot of balls and is tall, and DJ's tall too. But I've been mostly thinking about it out loud because today Jeff Passan on Talkin Baseball, check it out, talked to Jake and I about, like, would you be interested in a trade for Pete Alonso, which I don't think it is on the table, but just asked about the principle of it. And I was thinking, man, it's like, well, Alonso, while he's improved at first base, is bad at it defensively and wouldn't fix a lot of problems.
I don't like that the lineup is then turning back into a righty lineup again.
Yeah, like if it's that or do nothing, like I do think he would help in that situation.
If you could find me a left-handed hitting first baseman,
yeah,
who's a left-handed hitting first baseman out there?
Well,
I don't know.
Do we have a question about the deadline coming up in this episode? I have one name I've had I've been thinking about a lot the last week or two.
I think we steer clear of deadline questions in this episode.
Okay, so I can tell you a guy I've been thinking about lately. I've been talking about it around the office. I forget if you and I have talked about it. Luis Rengifo.
Oh, Rengifo. We have not.
I don't think we've talked about it. He can play every position, basically. I don't think he's ever played first base or catcher, but he's played everywhere else. And he is at least like fine at all of them. Third base, I think, is his best position. We
can use the third baseman anyway.
Yeah. You can slide DJ or have him in Rizzo platoon for the rest of this year. He's a year and a half guy, so that would be part of your replacement next year. Now he's playing out of his mind this year. Like, his numbers are crazy good. For what he's been the rest of his career, his numbers since the All-Star break or so last year, he has
oh my God.
He has a 898 OPS since last year's All-Star break. Or just since July 19th. That might be just after the break.
Switch hitter.
He switch hits. He can play all the infield positions. Is that Glaber insurance? Is that Rizzo's gone insurance? Just in general, I think it's a good piece. Because he is playing above his head, and maybe something changed. He's 27. Like, he could just be hitting his prime. I
like that.
He's due to be a guy that, like, we could get annoying tweets about, like, pre-trade he was doing this, post-trade he was doing this, but he would be a fit. Monetarily, it fits. He'd help you for stability going into next year.
You'd have to. What would you give up to the Angels? I mean, they. They'd want pitching, like always. Now,
Yeah, I'm sure you have to give like at least one real prospect.
like Luis Hale.
Come on.
Somebody took that serious.
Somebody took that serious. It depends what they want. Like, do they want, or that maybe they probably should be a team that wants like 4 all right prospects and they bank on one of those kind of working. I don't know what they want. Do they want, in theory, he's a year and a half guy, and that's when you have the most value. In a few ways, you should also remember the Angels might be stupid. They tend to not trade guys when they should. So
they're talking about that out loud over there in Anaheim.
So could they just make a wrong choice and not trade him at all?
Right.
Or can you fleece him? Just like give him some prospect you don't believe in.
Yeah, and give me like Sandoval too.
Yeah, and they have relievers that you could get thrown in that are interesting.
Interesting.
So he's the name I got like into.
And Rengifo is a very, very fun name.
Fun name is he's Venezuelan.
Mm-hmm.
He was on Team Venezuela.
Okay.
I think. I knew I watched him play in the WB. I was pretty sure I watched him play in the WBC.
I do like that target. For me, my target at the deadline would be Ryan Helsley. I've been talking about him since forever, but
Helsley. He would also be.
He's short of the pen significantly. Like I not that I'm saying that people like Talkin and so. I just want somebody that's like an experienced name back there.
They need a new 8th or 9th inning,
right?
Bona fide option,
right?
Yes.
I'd love to have 2 potential closers at the back of my bullpen, where now I could play matchup if I wanted to.
I would like that. That'd be.
I'm not saying Holmes is bad. Guy. Not saying Holmes is bad. He probably still be the closer the whole time.
Yeah, I'm comfortable with him there, but if they got somebody who could close instead of him and he's the 8th inning guy, you will not hear me complain at all.
Or vice versa.
Yeah.
Either or, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Or they acquire a guy who was closing and he becomes the 8th inning guy in deference to him.
Right. Gucci.
But yeah, Rengifo, kind of the name I'm looking at is like realistic option. Like Ryan McMahon would be cool, but I just
is he having a really good season? I haven't checked out
but and he'd be like the perfect fit. But
Jake loves
I don't
him.
believe the Rockies are trading him. Their owner openly loves him,
and Jake loves him.
Jake loves him. I love him. I pick him in daily fantasy.
I've loved
a lot of weeks. A lot of weeks I've picked him, and it's like kind of been right. Like I almost picked somebody else for third base yesterday, and then I remembered, wait, no, I pick Ryan McMahon every week.
Like my lineup is not
and then
my
he
lineup
homered.
Without him.
Yeah, it's like it wouldn't be my team. So he'd be like the dream, but
okay.
Rengifo, I'm like, oh, that he might go. He'd fit.
I was trying to look it up. No, it's fine.
It's fine.
Oh yeah.
Next voicemail.
Next voicemail, please.
Everyone go check out our Jomboy Daily Fantasy League.
Yes, every Tuesday.
Yeah.
I finished just outside of the money this week.
Yeah, I finish outside of the money almost every week. I need to change up my strategy. The strategy of going with like really two really good, like significant hitters is not working. So, because it's taking up too much of my money. So I need to learn how to budget myself with that.
Well, backtracking a little bit to that Rizzo question. Another problem in Yankee land is outfield construction when Dominguez is ready. And this next caller offered a kind of 2 birds, 1 stone solution to that.
Okay.
Listening.
Hey guys, been watching, pretty much every Talkin Yanks episode lately, and, sometimes it comes up about where we're going to put Jason Dominguez with the outfield and the situation. My thought, and I don't think anybody's talked about it yet on the show, is what if Verdugo starts taking reps at first base? Rizzo has not been performing. I know Rizzo's a bench and clubhouse staple, but if he's not getting the job done, what if Verdugo slides to first and we get Dominguez in the outfield? What do you guys think? Let me know. Thanks.
I like the thought, the possibility of the thought. The problem is when he hasn't played it. That's number one. Number 2, this is the team that's contending, so that's not something you're just throwing there just to do. Number 3, Verdugo's a plus outfielder for the Yankees right now.
one of the best defensive outfielders
in
they've
baseball
had in a long time. He's the best left fielder right now.
Right. So to do that, you're now looking at all of those factors to get Jason Dominguez in.
You've potentially weakened 4 positions by doing that.
Right. No, and again, I'm
right
not saying
field, I guess, is the same in that scenario.
Not saying Jason Dominguez would not be a very good left fielder or center fielder or however we construct it there. I think
he might still just like be rehabbing a little bit.
Right.
Just isn't 100%. He's healthy, but getting his legs back under him.
I keep thinking the only way that you get Jason Dominguez here would be is if he were to play a Melky Cabrera type role for this team. And that just means now he would be platoon. Melky Cabrera was a switch hitter. He was.
Yeah.
And he would play center field for the Yanks. He was not the starting center fielder. I mean, Johnny Damon was out there. Sometimes he'll play left and and whatnot. What he can do is that later on in the year, maybe not now, as the numbers start to become more and more concrete and Verdugo's not hitting lefties, you could platoon. And then at that point, have them fighting for playing time. And then if you want to shore up an outfield later on with defense and all of that stuff, then you could make substitutions. But honestly, guys, I don't think it would be fair to take out Verdugo.
I think, Verdugo's not going to first.
And I know Verdugo's not the question. It's Rizzo, right? Trying to take Rizzo
it's about
out.
Rizzo coming out. Verdugo isn't the one that would go to first. Long term, we can have a conversation about should Soto learn first. But
I wish Giancarlo did.
But Soto, Verdugo in their contract years aren't going to just go to a new position that's less valued during their contract year on a team that's trying to win the World
And that's not fair to them. They're playing well.
And of the guys that they have, Judge is probably the best candidate if you're trying to force an outfielder to go to first. Just because
I just feel like you're weakening. Well, no, not really, because I think Dominguez would.
I don't think any of them will.
Right.
But if one of them has to, Judge would be the one, I think, because he at least has taken some dummy reps in spring training. The others haven't even done that.
Right.
And he's locked up, has the security and all that. And whatever, captain. He would be the one of those of him, Soto, Verdugo to go do it. Stanton, Dominguez, at minimum, worst case, the least of him we would see is he doesn't come up till minor league season's over. But I think he would be a big part of September and then the October equation. I think it's worst case, just the time never opens up regularly, and you want to get him as many reps this year as possible. Because again, he never played in AAA really.
I'd rather Jason Dominguez stay and stay really hot at AAA, super hot.
Yeah,
and then he comes up when we need him, so he's getting his regular at bats versus up here him getting sporadic at bats.
Yeah,
but he's platooning. He's only going up against lefties.
There's ways to open it up. There's so Verdugo, you could just straight up not play Verdugo against lefties, which you wouldn't be wrong to. In his career and this year, he's been worse against lefties.
You could rest guys.
I'm sure they would love to get Judge every other week, at least one DH day a week. They'd love doing that. Soto with this elbow thing, I don't know. The Boone, I don't believe, said anything to us yesterday, but I was curious if is he gonna DH once a week?
Could he get 4 days a week?
I think Verdugo or I think Dominguez could get that, which maybe that's enough. If the Yankees if he forced the issue and had to be involved, I think they could make that happen between a Judge DH day a week, a Soto DH day a week, a Stanton just off day a week. I think Stanton would lose the most time there. And it's unfair to say, and he in general has been good this year, but you can say he should get fewer at bats versus righties, and that's how they shuffle that. And Verdugo just doesn't start first lefties anymore. And
If
in the games Dominguez doesn't start, maybe he subs in
Guys,
later and gets some reps, but
yeah,
he's a pinch run option.
I want
So
you guys
there's
to
a way you
understand.
can do it. It's not impossible to get Dominguez involved, but I think they will just keep him in the minors until a spot opens up or the minor league season ends and he's part of the September equation.
Guys, I want to tell you guys something right now. If Jason Dominguez played second base or third base, he'd be here right now.
Yeah.
I think he'd be here right now.
Yeah. Or within the week when his rehab's like kind of done.
He'd be here like yesterday. That's what I feel, because those would be the two most open spots for him. I don't even consider first base because of his height. I mean, I've never seen a first
Don't think
baseman
he's a
that
first base
short,
option.
but that would be crazy.
I mean, if he can do it, it'd be a weird build, but he already is a weird build.
Keep those balls low.
Yeah.
Let's see. He had a day off. Oh, Monday's the universal off day. 5 at bats yesterday. I don't know. Did he play all 9 innings in the field? Rail Riders schedule. Trying to find out because I don't think he's gotten 2 or 3 days of like 9 innings in the field yet. So they already played today.
That is true.
So I think he still has to cross that threshold. I think he got 9. Okay, he got 9 innings in the field yesterday, and today he got 9 innings in center field. So he's done a back-to-back.
Okay.
I'm guessing
They probably just
the
let
way
go of the
Yankees
reins.
do things, I would guess he does an off day or DH day Thursday, and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday he plays center field. There's a universal off day Monday, and then Tuesday they make a decision on like activate him and option him, or is he on the team or whatever.
Got option.
But then I think his rehab assignment will end after that. Would be my current theory. I don't know. Dominguez is fascinating, and I definitely want to watch him. But I'd rather he play as much as possible before that.
Right. Wow, it's true. They did hide the likes.
The head likes.
I'm not gonna like anything crazy right now.
Not right now.
I'm doing it.
Eventually.
Like something crazy.
Just did it. I like the James.
And then I'm gonna go like not even be able to see it right now.
All right, we're going to the next voicemail.
Go to the next voicemail. I'm gonna look at Joe's likes.
Boys, what's going on? This is Grayson here from Vermont. Just calling. Sunday morning, last 2 nights have sucked against the Dodgers. It's clear that this team's got a lot of holes, and they are Juan Soto and Aaron Judge merchants. They need them, but they need the rest of the lineup, and guys like Rizzo, Glaber are just not getting it done. Do you think that this weekend is enough of a wake-up call for Cashman and Boone to realize, okay, we need some more additions? Let me know. Thanks, guys. Love the show. Go Yanks. Ring 28 on the way.
No. The reason I say no is because the Yankees could have easily won the first game.
Yeah.
And they probably should
0-0
have.
it through 10 innings.
Soto was not in the lineup. Garrett Cole was not pitching. I do think that they were already. I don't want. Okay, let me re-say this. I do think that the Yankees are already thinking about we're looking to improve, and they've already probably identified the areas that they're looking to improve at. I'll say that. I think that the Dodgers series did not change that. I do think that a big result of the Dodgers series one was Teoscar was unbelievably hot. He was he homered in every game. No, he drove in a run in every game.
Yeah, a homer for each game.
Right, for each
average.
game. He was awesome. I thought the Yankees pitching staff did pretty well against their top 4. For the most part, considering Poteet surprised me. And again, we did not have Soto in the lineup, and there was like a whole looming energy of that, you know. I think that the buzz was cool in the stadium.
Yeah, Buzz was cool.
But I don't think that the Yankees changed any of their plans because of the Dodgers or anything.
I believe the Yankees were already planning to be aggressive and address their needs and another bat would be
this year.
I think they understand that. I think they were planning to do that. I'm willing to believe, and Jimmy said this on the show, but there's an element of getting your teeth kicked in a little bit can be good, and
good.
And sure, maybe that reinforced it to some degree.
Took away the comfortability.
So
the
sure,
players could make them hungry.
If the guy who called wants to use that as for his mental well-being, I don't think it's a crazy thought that okay, this weekend was a reminder, team's not complete. There's always a next step. You can always improve. I like it. I think Juan Soto might have made a lot of money this weekend.
That's what I said.
So I don't hate the thought. I do believe in my heart the Yankees were planning to be aggressive anyway, and know that they need to improve this team and make this season have as good an opportunity to win the whole thing as possible.
Okay.
I think they know that.
Okay. I like that. I think this year you have to.
Yeah.
Soto, you have so many people on their walk years that you have to go all in. You know?
Only promised year of Soto, only promised year of Verdugo.
Right.
It's time.
It's time.
Only so many more years of Judge and Cole's primes.
You got to take it back. Yes, you got to take it. And Cole's coming back. So I think that the Yankees are already having these certain thoughts already before the Dodgers series. So now I think in the Dodgers series what they thought about mostly, honestly, was let's hope we're not losing Soto for the year because that would suck.
Yes. Let's make sure that works.
Avoiding that was awesome. That was
a
great feeling.
That was huge. Big relief.
Yeah. Come Sunday, it was a great feeling.
Great feeling.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. Great vibes with the stadium.
Yep.
And our next caller is actually asking for some advice about that stadium.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Jomboy. Hey, Jake. This is Tony from San Antonio, Texas. Just want to say thank you for the show.
Jomboy.
Quick question. What do you think is the most overrated, underrated, and best spot to sit in Yankee Stadium? Go Yanks.
I believe that the most overrated spot, listen, all right, let me re-explain a couple of things, okay? I don't want you guys to think that they're bad or I wouldn't sit there. I think I would be blessed to sit at any part of the stadium. I like it. Mm-hmm. I think the most overrated part of the stadium, honestly, is Legends. And I know it's whoa, Joe, they got free food. Listen, when it comes to actually watching a baseball game, while it's very close, the vibe ain't the same, fam. It's just not. It depends on what you want that night.
Yeah.
If you want to go there, if you want vibes and you want to feel like you're in the crowd or anything like that, I think that Legends and even the suites. I like the suites, but it depends on who's in there.
If you have a sweet group.
If you have a sweet group, then it better be a lit group. Shout to Batista. Because if it's not, you feel like you're out of the game in the suites. If you're in Legends, it almost feels like people don't even want to get up to clap with two strikes. And I don't like that. My personal favorite part to sit in the stadium is section 105. I love it. It has the best internet and carrier service in any part of the stadium. It has, in the hot ass days of the winter, or the fall or April hot ass days of the summer, it has a really nice wind tunnel that comes in from under the bleachers, and it just hits you. There's a nice breeze there. It's under the awning, so if it rains, it's not falling on you and you're chilling. For batting practice, you get to chill there as well if you want to get there early enough. And if you sit a couple of rows back, you could be able to watch the TV and the game's right in front of you. I love that section.
That section is awesome.
The most underrated section for me, and I've sat everywhere in the stadium, I think the most underrated section would be like 214-ish. It's basically where the players' families sit, like 214 through 214, 215, like going into like the right side of the second level behind the Yankee dugout. Whoo,
You can get some value in this.
That feels like a movie, kind of, bro. And I feel like the game is put on a platform for you, and you're watching it from there. I love it.
My dad used to, and still sometimes does.
Oh, and the sun doesn't really hit you there in the summer for day games. There's the shadows.
He had somebody who would give him tickets regularly, like a patient or somebody, in like 217, 218.
Oh, those are good seats.
Those are like gems. And then I sat there again separately from there, and then I got to the section. Oh, this is where we used to sit a lot. So the 200s, you can get good deals in there. If you're looking for like the suite or like Legends light experience, you and I have discussed this. Delta
is awesome.
Is a way to get a taste of that, but still feel like you're getting like the full fan experience.
Ooh, low key. Also, on top of Delta, sections 321 through 318 or 317, like right up there. That is awesome. You see the whole field, the Jim Beam suite. You get the whole like stadium in front. Now it's high up, but you're good up there.
Yeah, we're deep enough into the app that I'll reveal the secret. When we were in the Bronx office, and Jimmy, Jake, and I used to go to games a lot, and I think we still would run this if we were just going as media today. We would pretty often find our way into one of those sections in the Jim Beam suite area, because there's usually enough space in there, like you can find a set of 5 seats to your group and all that. Obviously, if you just buy a ticket there, you're good.
Right.
But perks of being who we've been.
Yeah.
Been able to kind of go in there, and they have a little bit of security there, so people aren't just like running through that section.
Right.
I kind of it's undercover. Especially if you're towards the front of that section, you do feel right there, even though it's the 300s. You have like a great view. You're right behind home plate. Like it is awesome over there. And then you have access to the Jim Beam suite and its own bathroom in there and all that, which is good.
100%.
All the types of things I scout. So that is like the underrated area. The 2s, you can get good value. I love section 105, like you've said.
I like the right side of the stadium more.
In general, target the first base line.
I like the first base line a lot.
And if you're going to a day game, first base line will be more shaded.
The one thing
it'll get the shade first.
One thing I would say about the third base line, you remember how I was talking about section it wasn't 215. I'm sorry, guys. It was 215. From 215 over to like 217, like that kind of section, first base side. Mm-hmm. If you were to sit for a night game, I don't like to do this for a day game because the sun beats down on you. But 223, 224, like that left side, like third base side between third base and home, is awesome to look at short porch homers.
Ooh.
The ball just like, if you're looking at it in a night game, oh my God, it is gorgeous. I love every part of the stadium.
I love that.
That's just me.
You can obviously have a good time anywhere.
Yeah.
Whatever. You can get a good deal in any section, whatever price point you need. You can
Audi's Yankees Club
at certain points find that in whatever type of seat you want.
I don't like the Pepsi Lounge.
Which one's?
That's in
I always forget
inside of the center field batter's eye.
Oh, like the indoor restaurant.
Yeah, I do not like to watch a game in there.
I can't. I've had access to that before, and I've gone in there. I've used the bathroom. Nice, cool room.
Yeah,
cool view. Pre-game hangout on a sunny day.
Yeah, pre-game.
Sure. watch a little BP there or something.
I
sure.
cannot watch a game from there. I just
I
don't feel
think
like
if
I'm at the game.
I would feel. I don't think I could lock into a game.
No, you can't.
I haven't tried it.
There's no way.
I haven't tried it, but I don't think there's a way I could lock into a game.
No shot.
But having access to it's cool.
That's a game you don't care about.
Yeah.
That's good. Good question. I'm very passionate about that. I had a whole video series where I would go and I would like show how it looks like, through the seat and like watch the game through there and shit.
Yeah.
I like any part of the stadium. That's just me.
You can have a good time in any part of the stadium.
If they're winning. All right, what else do we have?
All right, we got one more to wrap us up here.
Okay. Good question so
Hey guys,
far. Great
this is
calls.
Kevin from Greenpoint. Want to make a quick point. I think the Monday game against the Royals was one of the most enjoyable games I've watched in a long time, and also one of Boone's best managed games. I know we've harped on him in the past, but everything from the bunts, the steals, the lineup construction, and then the bullpen management with the Tonka truck, finishing it out. Want to give him his shout out, but it's also important that we keep those guys rested and games are managed well. Very inspiring team win. Looking forward to the rest of the year. Let's go Yanks.
Go Yanks. I agree. I think a big part of, and this is something I'm even coming around to, like, it's not because I'm 162 one-game seasons, so I'm trying to win every single game. But as a manager, you're not only managing the one game, you're also managing the week. You're managing 26 individual players. You're managing your pitching staff. You're managing the month. And you're managing people's lingering injuries that we don't even know about, Beeves, that everybody has.
You don't know. The manager knows how people,
right?
How all the arms are feeling, all the players are feeling.
And it's just coming around to that and understanding, like, oh, you know what? Holmes is not available today on back-to-back days. When we're talking about the Monday game, even though he had Sunday off, right? He had Sunday off.
He had Saturday off.
Saturday
he pitched
off.
Thursday, Friday, and 24 pitches on Sunday.
Right.
So that would have been 4 out of 5, which the Yankees are hesitant to do.
Correct. So, like, I could see the Yankees saying, you know what? We want to find more guys to lean on, and it's about finding those guys.
It was a sneaky, the bullpen was in like a bind.
Yeah.
It's like sneakily. Because who started Monday? Is that Poteet?
Yeah. Poteet started, not on Monday. He started on Friday. It was Rodon.
Rodon was the Monday game. So they needed length out of him. Got enough. But going into that day, Clay, we just mentioned, had pitched 3 out of the 4, 24 games.
I don't think that they were going to pitch him no matter what.
Luke, I think he was out no matter what. Luke Weaver had pitched the 24 pitches the day before. I don't know how many back-to-backs he's been doing, but I think he was just down. Ian Hamilton did pitch in this game, 20 pitches. Tommy Canely was available, and we saw him get loose. I thought he would get the 9th inning, but he had Thursday and Saturday throwing 30 pitches in each of those games. So they were trying to avoid him. Boone told us yesterday that he might have used him to escape an inning and get like a batter. And that kind of Ron Marinaccio hadn't been used since he was called back up, so it would have been a safe spot there. Would have been a weird time to reintroduce him. So really, after using Hamilton for 1 1/3 or 1 2/3, whatever he used him for, got 20 pitches. The choice was Gonzalez, who isn't really trusted right now for a save, or Talkin, who's been really good.
Been awesome.
So
Cole starting his next
when I
start.
thought about it that day, Talkin was the choice.
Is Cole starting his next start with the Yanks, or they're still up in the air about it?
At least one more rehab, either Friday or Saturday coming up. And it all depends on how he's feeling and where the roster's at. And
He went up to 57 pitches, right?
yeah, so in theory, if we got him to like 65, 70, and then
I could
you're
see
good for 70, 75 in the
50,
first major league game the next
50.
week.
57. I could see 70. 13 more pitches. Is that good math?
That'd be 13 more pitches.
Yeah, I could see 70. I could see the 70. Usually in spring training, they do that. They go about 70 to 75.
Yeah, and maybe the first MLB start back, it's
Up
just
to 90.
It's just like repeat that number or something.
Or repeat it, yeah.
If they want to be extra careful. And then we'd get like no more than 90, no more than 100 for 2 weeks, and then maybe then he's good. But it all depends on how he's feeling. But potentially only one more rehab start.
Yeah.
And then Cole could be back for Baltimore.
Okay. That's good. I love that.
That'd be pretty sick.
I love that.
Whoa. I'm looking at roster resource, and they project the upcoming starts. They have Cole penciled in for Thursday.
Against...
That'd be the series finale with Baltimore.
Wow. That's cool.
Whoa.
That's at the stadium, right?
At the stadium.
That's cool.
There could be some juice around that series.
Got the Red Sox this weekend.
Yeah.
For the first time.
There'd be Red Sox this weekend for the first time.
At Red Sox, Red Sox period all year.
Yeah, first time against them straight up. I'm trying to think if there's a way they'd try to finagle it to
for him to miss?
No, to like get one more Poteet start. 1, 2, 3, 4. Monday off day. If everybody's already got an extra day of rest. Yeah, so maybe not. That's fine. I just thought that would be like a clue to when it would happen.
Maybe Poteet goes to the pen.
Maybe. I mean, his stuff's good.
He looks good.
He's
soft contact.
He's cool. I like him.
Yeah. Guys, thank you guys so much for the voicemails. You guys are awesome this week. Some good conversation voicemails. I love that. You guys are all awesome. You guys are all part of the show. This is your show because, yes, it is. 908-845-5792. Thank you for calling us in today. Enjoy the rest of your week. From Beebs, Alex Grepp, and we're signing off. See you guys later.
Subscribe.
And like. Comment, Chem in the chat.